Having cleared the occipital bone area, draw sections through into the side area. This will ensure that the hair is cut to its natural fall. Cut from the center back through to the sides. At the ear area, take extra care with tension and allow for ear protrusion. Having achieved the desired length in these sections, continue working up the head in the same manner. Ensure the head is upright at all times and free of obstructions such as earrings and collars. The hair is ideally cut in a center parting, ensuring a symmetrical shape. The outline complete, a section is taken from the top of the ear at the back on either side. This will form a section for the graduation. At the center back, elevate the section up to a horizontal position and proceed to point cut. The second part of this section is cut in the same manner and goes through to the back of the ear. This technique will create a block graduation effect. Increase the elevation slightly, lifting the previous section up to use as a guideline and point cut. Working around the back of the head, decrease the elevation slightly when you pass the center back and over-direct the sections. Having passed the occipital bone area, begin to take the sections into the sides. Apply the same cutting method to the sides. This combination of over-direction and decreased elevation will provide a graduated line through to the front. Working up the head, the graduation is decreased and both sides are cut at the same time to ensure symmetry. The sections are continued up to the top of the head, always starting at the back and working to the sides. Gently connect these top sections to the underneath, decreasing the amount of elevation towards the front. Start the haircut by taking a diagonal section in the nape. First, cut a square outline shape by using the points of the scissors. Work up through the back of the head, completing a bob outline. At the ear area, take extra care with tension and allow for ear protrusion. At the center back, elevate the section up to a horizontal position and proceed to point cut. This technique will create a block graduation effect. The next section is drawn in the same manner. Working around the back of the head, decrease the elevation slightly when you pass the center back and over-direct the sections. Having passed the occipital bone area, begin to take the sections into the sides. Working up the head, the graduation is decreased. Gently connect these top sections to the underneath, decreasing the amount of elevation towards the front. The Simply Sax forward graduation is a combination of a one-length line through the back and a face framing graduation at the front. The shape may be adapted for all hair textures. Start the shape by taking diagonal sections in the nape and follow a one-length cut procedure. This will create a strong outline for the graduation at the front. Use the points of the scissors when cutting to ensure softness. A perfect balance must be achieved before moving to the second section. Use the first section cut as a guideline and cut from the center out. Ensure that the head is in an upright position at all times and free from obstructions such as earrings and collars. With the occipital bone area cleared, sections are taken from the back into the sides. The hair is gently over-directed to meet the line that has already been cut at the back. The sections are then worked up the head and cut. Do not force the roots away from their natural fall. To achieve the graduation round the front, draw a diagonal section from the center of the nose to behind the ear. Secure the remaining hair. The first section cut at the front determines the foundation for the rest of the shape. Using minimum tension, hold the hair between the fingers and point cut to desired length. Ensure minimum elevation. Gently slide the fingers down the section to maintain length. The section is then continued beyond the jawline, maintaining the same amount of tension and elevation. Keep the fingers moving to retain length. Work to the already established back corner and gently over-direct forward. This will maintain a square shape and avoid rounding the length. An identical section is taken on the opposite side and the same process repeated for perfect balance. Having achieved the balance on both sides, diagonal sections are continued through into the back. Gently over-direct all hair to the front guideline and point cut. At all times, be aware of the tension and ensure a constant elevation. It may be easier to stand in front of the client when cutting to achieve the front line. Start the shape by taking diagonal sections in the nape and follow a one-length cut procedure. With the occipital bone area cleared, sections are taken from the back into the sides. Draw a diagonal section from the center of the nose to behind the ear. The first section cut at the front determines the foundation for the rest of the shape. Using minimum tension, hold the hair between the fingers and point cut to desired length. The section is then continued beyond the jawline, maintaining the same amount of tension and elevation. An identical section is taken on the opposite side and the same process repeated for perfect balance. Having achieved the balance on both sides, diagonal sections are continued through into the back. Gently over-direct all hair to the front guideline and point cut. The Simply Sax square layer shape creates texture and removes weight. Ideally suited to forward graduation techniques, it may be adapted for most hair textures. Start the shape by drawing diagonal sections at the nape. Proceed to point cut an outline from the center to desired length. Ensure a perfect balance is achieved before progressing to the second section. This first section will serve as a guideline for the outline shape. The second section is then drawn and combed down to meet the first. Ensure the sections are clean and neat. Point cut the hair for softness. Hold the hair in position with the comb to eliminate tension that may cause excess graduation. With the occipital bone area cleared, sections are continued through into the sides, allowing the hair to be cut to its natural fall. Gently angle down at the front to ensure the length is preserved for the front graduation. With first sections in place on both sides, progress up to the top of the head using the underneath as a guideline. Creating a strong outline first will give a good foundation for the internal layers. To create a soft front area, take a diagonal section from the center of the nose, incorporating the hair behind the ears. Do this with both sides. Gently ease the hair forward without pulling the roots away from the natural fall. Maintain a low elevation and minimum tension, and proceed to point cut a curved line.